Bitcoin has corrected 26% by now. Is it keep going down? Welcome back. My name's Joy. This is your trading and investing channel, Blockchain Thunder. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you why this job is critical for this bull cycle and why this job is really bullish in the midterm. So let's dive right into it. Let's start with the Bitcoin daily chart. So Bitcoin has corrected about 26%. If this is your first Bitcoin correction, I have to say welcome to the club. Traditionally for Bitcoin, in the bull market, a correction of 30% to 40% is really normal in the bull market. Right now we are at 26%. So there is a good chance that we might keep going down until we reach 30% to 40% correction. So some new people in the cryptocurrency might be afraid to death, but usually the first half of the grinding down is really slow, but the second half could be really fast, because the second half might be a potential capitulation for the short term. If you don't know what is capitulation, basically that means everybody is selling. But that is when the strong hands will come in and buy the dip. In that case, you will see a really long wick to the downside. And if you capitulate along with all the other weak hands, you could become part of this long wick. Now let's do some technical analysis and understand where we are right now. Take a look at the BitMEX index funding. Right now, we are still at positive. So traditionally, when the BitMEX index funding is negative, that would be a good time to accumulate. Right now it's still positive, so I'm still not buying. I'm still waiting for the BitMEX index funding to become negative. I have plotted several support and resistance lines here. The first one is at the 20,000, the previous all-time high. The second one is interesting. I'll talk about this one later. And this one at 42,000 is the top of this one. And this is the 60,000, the psychological level where we haven't been able to move past. And this one is interesting one. This is where Elon Musk bought the Bitcoin. It is an interesting one because it marks the cost of buying Bitcoin for companies like Tesla. So will the institutions allow Bitcoin's price descend to this level? I highly doubt that, because a lot of institutions could come in and buy this dip around this area. Now, why this dip is important for Bitcoin's bull market? One simple thing is the bearish divergence on the top. Both from daily and weekly, we can see this bearish divergence. If you move it to weekly, you can see that the price is moving up and the RSI is moving down. And this have to be fixed. So how do we fix this bearish divergence? The price have to move down and the RSI have to move down along with it, or else this bearish divergence will become more severe and more dangerous. Right now the RSI has going down to about 65. This is excellent, because the first thing is we are about to run into support for the RSI. And here is the support at the RSI. You can see we touched it multiple times in the previous bear market. And right now we are about to close to this support. And if you are familiar with my previous video, I really like the consolidation patterns for Bitcoin RSI. It is really difficult for the RSI to move down directly. Usually, it will form some kind of consolidation for the RSI. So, an upward tilting to the upside and retest the 80 level, it is possible in the short term. And this tilting of the RSI will be reflecting in the price. It is highly possible for the price to move up in the short term. And this is very similar to the previous bull market. We have tested this area time and time again. Sometimes it may move down a little bit to about 55. That is possible, but we usually bounce back and retest the 80 level. And the exciting thing is, we are just getting started. And this is the first time, actually the second time, that we moved down the 80 level. Look at this pattern. How many times have we touched the 80 level and moved down in the last bull market? And look at this bull market. This is the second time that we moved down of the 80 level. So this is fantastic for the bull cycle, and we are just getting started. However, in the midterm or maybe the short term, we might have some trouble. We are about to close this candle in 7 hours. This is a weekly candle, and this weekly candle will be an engulfing candle, engulfing this green candle. An engulfing candle usually means we still have some downside to go. So, in the short term, Bitcoin might still have some trouble. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the monthly, because we are about to close the monthly candle in 7 hours. So we'll close the monthly candle and the weekly candle on the same day. And next 7 hours will be critical. Now take a look at this monthly candle. We have a long wick to the upside, which means we have a selling pressure from the top. And the most important thing for the next 7 hours is that if Bitcoin can close above this previous high at about $42,000. Now take a look at the RSI. The last time we came above the 80 level is at around May 2017, and look at the price at that time. It was at about $2,000. And if you see the top of this candle, and the RSI went to about 95, and after that we have a huge correction, and this correction is about, let's measure it, about 40%. So this is a huge correction. And I mentioned before, the RSI come below 80 and above 80 are two very different things. If it's below 80, the 80 will be a really huge resistance. If it's above 80, an 80 level could be a huge support level. This is why we have this bounce right here. And I expect another support at around 80 for this monthly RSI. And if you notice that we have a huge wick to the downside, and this could happen for this bull cycle. So be prepared, because the next move for Bitcoin could be very fast. And we all know what happened in the last bull cycle. After this correction, we have a huge move to the upside. So this is really exciting and really bullish. Now let's take a look at some altcoins. Let's start with Ethereum. Ethereum went up to about $2,000. Right now it's having a huge correction. In about 7 hours, if the price of Ethereum stay the same as right now, this candle will become a gravestone doji candle, which is really bearish. That could mean that in the short term, Ethereum might be facing a huge downside in the coming weeks. To neutralize this gravestone doji candle, the price will at least move to around $1,000. So this is bearish for Ethereum for the short term. However, the fundamental for Ethereum is excellent, which means this dip in the coming weeks could be a huge opportunity for you to accumulate Ethereum. And if you take a look at the big picture, Ethereum has made higher high than the previous bull market. And when it moves down, it is highly possible that it will make a higher low than this one. A higher low and a higher high means that Ethereum is going on an uptrend in the coming years. So I'm very excited for Ethereum. At the time of making this video, Ethereum just have a small bounce. Right now on the daily, it has a large wick to the downside, which means buying momentum from the bottom. Could this be a rebound signal for Ethereum? It could be. If Ethereum can keep the price above the previous all-time high at around 1479, that would be really bullish for next week. And what do you think about the price of Ethereum? Go down to the comment section and let me know. Now let's take a look at my second favorite altcoin, Uniswap. So Uniswap went up to a huge run, but right now it's correcting with all other altcoins, and it is still battling the previous high in around this area. One interesting thing for Uniswap, let's take a look at Uniswap against BTC. So this is Uniswap against BTC, against Bitcoin. You can see that it formed a huge cup and a handle right here. This is interesting because it might mean that in the next several weeks, if the price of the Uniswap can move above this level, we will form a cup and handle pattern, and the target for this cup and handle pattern is at around, let me measure it, from the bottom of the cup, and we put it right here. It will go up to around this area. This is huge. That will means Uniswap against BTC will move at around double the price of right now. And if you convert it into dollar value based on the price of Bitcoin right now, that would mean that the price of a Uniswap could be moving up to about $40 in the next several weeks. Is this possible? I don't know at the moment. We will have to see if Uniswap can break through this level. Now let's take a look at Cake, the Pancake Swap token. It's called Cake. So Cake is the competitor for Uniswap. It's based on the Binance Smart Chain, and I'm very excited for this project as well. So Cake moved from a really low number to a really high number. It went up about 30 times. So right now it's having a huge correction. So if we do some Fibonacci retracement, let's do it from here up to here. Right now it just touched the 0.618, the golden trade retracement. So this could be a huge opportunity for me to buy in. And this is why I start to accumulate Cake from this moment. And I think it will have a huge potential in the coming bull cycle. So that is my short update for the cryptocurrency market. Let's move on to the stock market, because there is some really bearish signal happening for the stock market right now. So I have two ascending wedge plot in the chart. The last one is this, the price, the S&P 500 moved down of this lower level to the downside last time. And right now we are at the second ascending wedge, and we are at the critical point right here. If S&P 500 fall down at around $3,700 next week, the S&P 500 could be in huge trouble. And if S&P 500 can hold this line, we might still have some time for it to move up to this level for a new high. But it is quite dangerous right now. And if you plot the weekly chart and take a look at the RSI, right now the price is moving up. Not the price, but the S&P 500 value is moving up, but the RSI is moving down. And this is a huge weekly bearish divergence. So please be careful when you are trying to add to your position right here. If this bearish divergence plays out, the S&P 500 can move down quite rapidly, similar to this one. It might not be as huge as this one, but it could be a big one. So please be careful when you place your position. One similar thing is for Dow Jones and Nasdaq. I can find it right now. It's right here. So it's all quite dangerous. Now let's take a look at some individual stock. One interesting one is Tesla. I talked about Tesla in my Chinese channel and I'm going to talk about it again here. So Tesla has a very distinctive touch points for the RSI. We have a first touch point here, second one here, third one here, and the break to the downside right here. And if you take a look at the top, we have a bearish divergence for the weekly time frame. And this is why this job is not surprising. And for those who love Tesla, this is actually an excellent opportunity for you to buy in. In the short term, the price of Tesla might be moving up a little bit because the RSI has the need to retest this downtrend line. And after that, it could keep going down and moving to an even lower level. And that, my friend, is an excellent opportunity for us to accumulate the Tesla stock. The downside support, we have several supports. The first one is right here. The second one is around this area. And the third one is around this area. If we use the Fibonacci retracement, let's move it up like this, and the golden retracement is at about $389, which make this area one of the most important support for Tesla. So if the price of Tesla can move down to this area, that would be a great opportunity for you to buy. Alright, so that is my short update for the cryptocurrency market and the stock market. And if you like my content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. My name is Chui. This is your trading and investing channel, Blockchain Thunder. Thank you guys so much to come back to the channel. I wish you guys have a wonderful week and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.